following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by Brothers Market, Community National Bank, Midwest Chiropractic Center, SNS Auto Body, The White Birch Agency Realty Executives, Physical Therapy Solutions, First State Bank and Trust, the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission, and Wizard of Paws. It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Good evening and welcome to Beatty Field in Tonganoxie, Kansas. John Rochkoble alongside Dylan Funk, bringing you a Friday Night Lights edition of Tonganoxie football. We're happy to be back in the booth on our regularly scheduled appearance. Again, not completely unaffected by COVID, as you may notice a different visitor for the Chieftains than we were planning on. Again, Bonner Springs under quarantine, so the Chieftains forced to kind of scramble the schedule a little bit, but pick up an outstanding opponent in Shawnee Mission East. Again, we're excited to bring a new challenge to the Chieftain faithful. Again,
absolutely.
Bringing in a team that's,
and this is a great challenge, too. It's been a while since you and I have done this on Friday night. We need to get back in sync. But this is a great challenge here for the Tonganoxie Chieftains tonight, bringing in a 6A opponent, Shawnee Mission East, the Lancers. While their record, they're showing 1-3 on the season. Absolutely no slouches at all, as we all know. The competition up there in 6A is much tougher, also given they've had their own problems with COVID, some game cancellations here and there. So this close to the end of the regular season, as we got, 1 week left, John?
Yeah.
Next week at Ottawa, and then we're going to the playoffs. So this is going to be a great challenge for the Chieftains tonight, a real measuring stick to show what they're made of.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with a look back at both teams in the season to date right after this.
To be successful on the field or the court, you need a quality team. To be successful in the real estate game, you need the team at White Birch Properties Realty Executives in Tonganoxie. Amanda, Brianna, and Joanna make up this team of like-minded individuals with the goal of making the home buying and selling process enjoyable and stress-free. The team at White Birch Properties is in it to win it. Stop by and put together your game plan at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Welcome back to Beatty Field here in Tonganoxie, Kansas. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, you'll find personalized coverage designed for you. As an agency, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Again, new opponent for the Chieftains. Definitely the first time that the squads have ever met. We'll take a quick look back at the season to date for both teams. Dylan, as you touched on before the break, Shawnee Mission East has kind of had their schedule kind of shuffled quite a bit by COVID. Obviously, their first two games of the season, scheduled to play Shawnee Mission North, Shawnee Mission West, both of those games were canceled. And then they kind of juggled and reshuffled their schedule, picked up a game against Shawnee Mission Northwest, and Olathe South dropped both of those games. Picked up their lone win of the season on October 2nd, a 37-28 win over Shawnee Mission South. And then, coming off a loss to Olathe North last week, a pretty sizable loss, 52-7. But again, you're going into Olathe, again, Olathe North, a team with a lot of tradition. It's, again,
right.
solid opponent there. No shame for them. Again, one of the things we were looking at with the roster, again, being a 6A school, a little bit larger pool to draw from. Roster's a little bit deeper for Shawnee Mission East, so we'll be interested to see how the Chieftains stand up to that.
Absolutely.
Reached out to them for stats, but unfortunately we didn't have anything at airtime, so we will we'll kind of play that as it goes. Looking back at the Chieftains schedule, Chieftains are kind of on a bit of a roll right now on a 3-game win streak. 52-30 win over Eudora, a 29-0 shutout win over Piper, and then a statement 52-13 win over Southern Boone County, a team out of Ashland, Missouri, last Saturday. Again, awesome. It's going to be an outstanding night. Again, looking out here in the gorgeous sunset, just a little wisp of wind, and
it's a beautiful Friday night for football.
Absolutely. Coming in, got a ton of offensive weapons to talk about for the Chieftains. Obviously, under center Blake Poggi. He had those 2 off weeks where he was out, but he's come back with a vengeance. Quarterback rating right now 106.6. That's a solid,
very
solid number. Comes in averaging 202 yards passing a game. Thrown for 8 touchdowns. Has been picked off twice, but again, nothing. That's still a really solid number.
Absolutely.
On the ground, ground attack. we chuckle.
Who's the running back, John? Who?
we chuckle because again, Tyler Bowden. Last week was the Tyler Bowden show.
Absolutely.
7 touchdowns, just an amazing effort from that young man. Comes into tonight's game, averaging 262 yards per game. 8.3 yards per carry.
It's absolutely absurd.
23 touchdowns. He has not been held to less than 100 yards yet this season.
Yeah, and that's absolutely, if I was the head coach, Coach Hoover over for the Lancers, that'd be the number one thing I'm putting on the whiteboard in the locker room. Stop Tyler Bowden. I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, Tonganoxie's offense, they'll just keep feeding him and feeding him and feeding him. They don't care what the score is until you stop the run game. They're going to run it down your throat. And like we said last week, Tyler Bowden, 7 touchdowns in one game. It's just absolutely insane what this young man could do.
Absolutely. And, that's not to take away the air attack for the Chieftains. Obviously, solid crew of receivers, Sam Clydesty, Heston Robbins, and the man Dallas Bond comes. Dallas Bond was the all-star the week prior. 6 touchdowns on the season, averaging 58 yards. 58 yards per game receiving. Again, solid. A lot of that, the number's kind of small, but you have to think you're going to. When you've got a weapon like Tyler Bowden that teams just cannot stop, there's really, you want to throw it, but.
It is truly the perfect 1-2 punch that they have back there. Running the ball with Tyler Bowden. When he's, picking up those 8 yards of carry, then the defense is going to want to start trying to stack the box, trying to stop him, and then that gives Blake Poggi the chance to go, all right, we're going to do some play action. We're going to start attacking you down the field. Absolutely just trying to stretch the defense out, perfectly plotting the attack points and the zones. It's just absolutely a work of art of what Preston Troyer, the offensive coordinator here for the Chieftains, has been able to do. And we've talked about it before. He's got a great problem on his hands. Too many offensive weapons. It's just a great problem to have.
Absolutely. Now, on the other side of the ball, defensively, Brandon Martin, Tucker Isaacs, both of them, Brandon Martin, 8 tackles for loss on the season. Tucker Isaacs, 6.5. You'd love to see that, because again, what that tells you is that your defensive line is getting penetration and is stopping the runs in place before they really develop and kind of holding the other team's offense.
Right, and it's just dominating at the line of scrimmage, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not letting the other teams run the ball on you. It's been absolutely difficult, and to my knowledge, off the top of my head, I can't think of a 100-yard rusher, maybe outside of that Paola game. I don't think Tongi's allowed 100 rushing yards outside of that Paola game. It's just been absolutely incredible. Everybody's assignment sound, especially on that front 6. They know exactly who they're accountable for, who they need to get down on all the plays. It's a tough squad. Shawnee Mission East, they might I hope they're not looking down saying, well, this is a 4A school, we're 6A, you know. I hope they're not looking down on us because I think they're going to have their hands full tonight.
Absolutely. And, again, kind of wrap up, and then we'll take a quick break and let's come back to coach interview. Sacks. 10.5 sacks on the year. Great number for the defense. Again, Tucker Isaacs and Brandon Martin we've talked about, but kind of sneaking up in there. Dallas Bond and Jared Lowe, they've been, again, picking up the slack when, the things have just kind of fallen into their lap and, again, being that positionally sound and following the pursuit angles. And
absolutely.
So.
This isn't just there's not 1 star or 2 stars on that defensive side. It's a whole entire 11 on each side of the ball where everybody has a special role and everybody can play up to that next level, feed off of each other, and just ride that momentum to a W.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll chat with Coach Al Troyer. You're watching Chieftains football on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
With the First State Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC.
Wizard of Paws, located in charming downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming with an attention to detail. At Wizard of Paws, your pet becomes family and will be in a clean, stress-free, relaxing environment. With appointments throughout the day, Wizard of Paws gives your pet a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or bring your pet in for a free estimate at 612 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawsgrooming.com.
Welcome back to the White Birch Properties Realty Executives pregame show. John Marshall sitting down with Coach Al Troyer and taking a look at tonight's matchup against Shawnee Mission East. Again, Coach comes, again, another new opportunity for the guys. Getting a chance. Last week we played a team from out of state. Now we're getting a chance to take on a team that's been a traditional 6A power, a couple of down years recently. How are the guys looking forward to tonight's game?
Well, we're looking forward to the challenge. We know that they're a well-coached team and they do things well. So, it's a good test for us, as they come in here, and we look forward to the opportunity.
Last week, Tyler Bowden had a phenomenal offensive performance. We're going to expect to see kind of more of the same, or maybe hope to switch it up a little bit. Get a little bit closer to that 50-50 balance that you've been shooting for all season.
It just depends on what they give us. I mean, it really doesn't matter whether it's pass or run. We're not looking to say we're just going to, use Tyler exclusively. We want to try to open up doors, whether it's in the passing game or different looks in the run game. And it just happens that Tyler was clicking. Our offensive line did a great job last week and gave him some holes to run to, because you look at some of those runs, he goes through untouched. And we just take what's given to us.
Speaking of, again, taking on a team that's got a little bit bigger roster, a little bit more ability to kind of platoon their players in and out on both sides of the ball. How do you prepare for that?
Well, we don't change anything. We just continue to do what we do. We played several teams. Basel Linwood was one that fully platooned, and we just our kids play hard. They're in great shape. And like I said, we just rise to the occasion. We don't really think, well, they're only playing one side of the ball. We just do what we do.
No concerns about, guys getting tired or anything like that. Again, one of the things we saw last week against Southern Boone County is, even though they had the bus trip, it seemed like they got a little bit more fatigued as the game wore on, as opposed to our guys staying pretty strong. Is that something you're looking to continue against Shawnee Mission East?
Well, we'd like to think so, but you got to remember it was fairly warm on Saturday when we were out here. So we were there was a lull kind of late in the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter, where they were all just gasping for air because it was so warm outside. But yeah, no, we would, we want to continue with just getting after it.
Well, hopefully tonight's weather is a little bit more conducive to that. Defensively last week, Brandon Martin had another outstanding performance. That's something again, what sort of things are you expecting to take on the offense from Shawnee Mission East?
Well, they're a well-balanced offense. They throw the ball well and they can run the ball. So, it kind of spreads us out a little bit. So, our linebackers are going to have to be alert and be able to, the quarterback does a great job if the receivers are covered, flushing out. And so we just got to not let him out either. So it adds another aspect to the game that we have to prepare for, not only the run, the pass, but also the quarterback escaping if it breaks down.
Awesome. And, again, Jackson McWilliams showing solid confidence in hitting the 41-yard field goal last week. Is that something, is that something you're expecting to change this week? Or because I noticed we've gone for most of the kickoffs, it's been kind of a little chip kicks and, kind of letting the coverage get down and kind of swarm the returner. Is that something you're looking to have to change up against Shawnee Mission East?
No. I mean, we just look at personnel and decide whether, where they're putting their personnel. Are we kicking deep? Are we kicking left? We kicking right? We kicking middle? Just based on what we see on film and what we see as the game progresses. Because a lot of times teams will try to adjust during game, and we just make those adjustments at kickoff time.
Awesome. So you kind of give him that flexibility to kind of make the adjustments there at kickoff time when he sees
Well,
it?
not really. We have him look to the sideline, and we'll tell him. We usually, he'll go rogue once in a while, but usually we tell him where we want it put.
Good deal. Any final thoughts as we come into this key matchup tonight?
No, I think it's going to be a fun atmosphere. It's a Friday night and we get to play, and that's what both teams are looking for. We'd rather be playing than sitting at home looking for somebody to play. So that's why we both jumped on it early so that we could have a week to prepare for each other and actually have a game.
Awesome. Well, good luck tonight, Coach, and we will talk with you after the game.
All right, thank you.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. That's why they are continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. Registration is now open for 5th and 6th grade basketball, as well as their 4th through 6th grade volleyball clinics. These programs are great for any skill level. For more information or to get registered, go to tongirec.org or call the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission at 913-845-3502.
Community-minded, community-strong. That's what you get with Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. A small-town feel with the best banking services, including great options on loans, checking and saving accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. At Community National Bank, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. To learn more, check us out on Facebook at Community National Bank KS or visit communitynationalbank.net. Go Chieftains!
Tonganoxie High School Band bringing you the national anthem before tonight's contest. We'll take a quick look at the starting lineups for Tonganoxie. On offense, up front we got right tackle number 70, Tucker Isaacs. Right guard number 79, Connor Bruch. In center, number 62, Jared Lowe. Left guard number 71, Connor Cole. Left tackle number 78, Logan Blancart. Tight end for the Chieftains, number 84, Dallas Bond. Receivers for the Chieftains, number 7, Sam Clydesty. Number 11, Bodie Strauss. And number 24, Heston Robbins. In the backfield, number 3, Tyler Bowden. And under center, senior number 5, Blake Hoji. Handling the kicking duties for the Chieftains is freshman number 8, Jackson McWilliams. And on the defensive side of the ball, up front, we've got number 70, Tucker Isaacs, and number 84, Dallas Bond at the ends. Interior lineman, number 79, Connor Bruch, and number 62, Jared Lowe. Linebackers, number 25, Andrew Colvert, number 46, Brandon Martin. In secondary, number 16, James Eaton is a cornerback. Number 31, Mitch Geiger is cornerback. Defensive back, number 24, Heston Robbins. Strong safety, number 34, Jacob Maxwell. And free safety, number 7, Sam Clydesty. Again, we reached out to Shawnee Mission East to get their starters. Have not heard back from the coach as of airtime, so we will try and bring those to you as soon as we get them. Obviously, first snap of the ball, we will see what's going on. In other action around the Frontier League tonight, Ottawa is taking on Lewisburg. Spring Hill is back in action off quarantine. They're taking on Piper. Baldwin steps out of conference to take on Santa Fe Trail. 6-0 Paola is at Eudora. And Bishop Ward is taking on Baldwin in a non-conference matchup. And obviously, you've got our game here, Shawnee Mission East versus Tonganoxie. And we are going to take one last break, and we'll be back for kickoff right after this.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. Your physical therapist will work with you to help you understand your body so you will achieve long-term health benefits. To learn more, call Physical Therapy Solutions at 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
And we're back at Beatty Field here in Tonganoxie, Kansas. John Roshko alongside Dylan Funk bringing you a Friday Night Lights edition of Chieftains football. Chieftains taking on Shawnee Mission East. Again, a new opportunity for the Chieftains as Bonner Springs is on quarantine due to some COVID exposures. Again, tonight was going to be an interesting night regardless, as Bonner Springs was planning on celebrating their homecoming. Again, obviously that's kind of out of the question, but again, we wish them the best of luck, best of health, and hope they get back to things shortly, very soon. Everybody stays healthy up there. But we are just excited to bring you this matchup between the 4A Chieftains and the 6A Lancers. Again, Shawnee Mission East is a team that historically has had a lot of success. Past couple of years, they've struggled a little bit, had a couple of coaching changes. Again, the longtime coach retired, and then there was somebody that took the position, was there for the summer, and then a week before practices started for the fall, got a job in Colorado and just absolutely couldn't turn that down. But then, obviously, Coach Hoover stepped in and trying to turn that program around. We are set for kickoff here in Tonganoxie. Jackson McWilliams with the kick lands on the 30-yard line. Turn team Ben Beekman tries to find yardage going east-west and is not able to elude the coverage from the Chieftains. So Shawnee Mission East will start with the ball on their 32-yard line. Pistol set there. Pass deep intended for, trying to make out the numbers, Carolina blue and the white is a gorgeous uniform combination.
Absolutely. I love it.
It's just a little tough to read in the dark.
Past couple weeks, we've been used to these games kind of going on in broad daylight. Now we got to go adjusting back to here being on Friday night under the lights. But let's be honest, John, this is where these games belong.
Absolutely. Price Terrell dropping back and heaving it long, but Blake Poggi in coverage there. 3 receivers near side for the Lancers, and Terrell drops back and then sees an opening and tries to dart forward, and the Chieftain line has other plans. Brandon Martin steps up, fills the hole, and
this would be a big statement here for Tongi, and especially on the defensive side. If they start the game off here with the 3-and-out, forcing the Lancers to punt, would be absolutely huge. Get the ball into the hands of that explosive offense.
Third and 10. And compact set for the Lancers. Quick screen pass thrown out, and he is right. Yes, exactly what the doctor ordered as Beekman gets wrapped up. Jacob Maxwell first on the scene, and then he was joined by 3 or 4 of his compatriots and bring him down.
It was a good job, Maxwell being there for the tackle, and then you got Geiger, Martin, and that crew rallying in, really locking in the tackle there. Great start here for the Chieftains on the defensive side. Now let's see what the offense could do when they get the ball.
So the forward progress gives them just 1 yard, so Lancers will punt. Cladesty backpedaling, reels it in at the 20-yard line. Finds a couple of holes and a couple of blockers. He's across midfield. And we got a flag coming in late, but Cladesty, a couple of flags, one on the far sideline, one on the near side. And
I think we all know, unfortunately, whenever there's a flag on a punt return, kick return, 9.5 out of 10 times I'll even go to say, it's going to be on the team that's returning it.
Still an explosive return there by Cladesty, and again, it's not going to be. The Chieftains may start in their on their half of the field, but again, that's still a solid opportunity there. Signal is holding. Penalty's going to be marked off from the 47-yard line.
And this would be my thing for the Chieftains side. If I had a red challenge flag up here, I would throw it because I'm offering them a challenge tonight. Try to clean up on the penalties a little bit. We've seen it. They've been so great this season in almost every statistical category there is, probably except for one, I would argue, and that's penalties. It's almost averaging 10, 11 penalties a game. And when those start, piling up, cost your teams a lot of yards and some momentum killers just in some cases. So try to clean up the penalties tonight.
I was going to say I was surprised to see the official spot the ball on the 44-yard line, but we were going to take it. The Chieftains will start with 1st and 10 on the 43. 2 receivers either side. Dallas Bond motions, handoff to Bowden, and he's going to squirt forward for it looks like 4 yards.
It almost feels like holding him to 4 yards is like stopping him for a 2-yard loss. Just about.
With his average, that's got to be a win for the Lancers. Trips right for the Chieftains. Bowden a couple yards off of Poggi's right hip. And there he goes up the middle. Bowden rolls forward. Picks up the first down and then some. Chieftains are back to the 43-yard line of Shawnee Mission East.
I got to imagine if I'm Bowden, I got to be telling my offensive line, just, hey, boys, just give me a little sliver. Just give me – I'll turn sideways if I have to break through there. It's just absolutely incredible how he can try to makeshift his way through the offensive line, get into the second level.
Yeah. Well, and we saw there he trying to spin move to kind of break away there. It adds at least 2 yards after contact. Classy comes in motion to the right side. Hand off to Bowden, and again, riding his blockers for another 8-yard pickup there. A swarm of white jerseys trying to track down Bowden, but again, the great work by the Tonganoxie offensive line to open up the space downfield. And
I think the Lancers knew they were going to run the ball too, and they even brought a little bit of pressure, but still just not enough to bring this young man down. Yeah. Very easy, manageable seconds here.
Lancers show blitz. And Bowden says, okay, I'll just take that. And he bounces forward for the first down and change. So the linebackers step up in the middle and start, you kind of give that, when I was playing, they called it the Red Dog Fire Cover 1. And so he's firing through on the snap. And Chieftains, kind of shrug it off, adjust, and,
And great job by the center, Jared Lowe, there, because Tonganoxie, they just go off, the quarterback will clap, and then really the cadence, it goes off the center. Great job there, holding on to it a little longer, seeing where the pressure is coming from.
Bound again up the middle, and this time he's just manages 2 yards. Wrapped up in the center there by Jack Muller. Three receivers, top of the set for Blake Boche. Hand off to Sam Cladestein. He's able to churn and break tackles and pick up a yard. And Tyler Broughton getting a brief spell there, coming over to talk to Coach Troyer.
Yeah, I think Poche would like to have that one back. If he could have pulled it out, he had a lot of green grass on him on that left side of the field that he could have maybe run or maybe try to make a pass out of it if they had the offense set up for it.
Yeah. And you have to wonder if that's kind of a dummy play to feed the Lancers,
I wouldn't put it
kind of
past
setting that up later. And,
right.
And, here we go. Poche steps back. He
got him.
Finds Bond. Touchdown, Chieftains!
Just a perfect go route right up the hash there on the right side of the field. Dallas Bond splitting the coverage there. Poche putting a perfect pass. Finally, after the past couple of games, it's taken him a little while to kind of get that deep pass accuracy down. That time, putting it right on the money where Dallas Bond could catch it. Perfect timing. 6 points for the Chieftains.
And, Bond was, had his defender draped on his shoulders and still comes down with the grab. And
it's just jumping up and getting that ball. He wants it more.
Exactly. Easy 6 points for the Chieftains, and McWilliams will tack on the extra point for 7. Chieftains strike early. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Chieftains football on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
And welcome back to Beatty Field in Tonganoxie, Kansas. Chieftains strike early. Take a 7-0 lead against Shawnee Mission East. Dallas Bond from Blake Poche. Little 20-yard pass. Again, just perfectly placed by Poche, and Bond was able to out-jump his coverage and come down with it. And
I mean, that was just Shawnee Mission East on the defensive side of the ball. Kind of, we saw him a couple times really kind of stop the run, kind of say, if you're going to beat us, we're going to make you beat us with your arm, Mr. Poggi. And he said, all right, I will take that challenge. And Dallas Bond said, right back at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely textbook start here for the Chieftains. Couldn't ask for anything better.
The official comes over to hand the ball to Jackson McWilliams, having a brief chat. Not sure what they're talking about. Could be the weather. I know a lot of times when I was kicking off after kind of a short exchange, you would get a couple of chats with the official.
I think they're having some problems with the play clock there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good bounce. I think we got it.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Signal again, excellent little chip shot there, and Brandon Martin, man on the spot there. Beekman kind of stepped back, waiting for the bounce, and it checked up, took a bounce back, and Tonganoxie able to get on the ball really quick. And
we've seen Tongi kind of do this squib kick all year long, and this is really one of the first true times we've seen it actually really work. That is exactly what they had planned. Get a high enough arch on it, allow your gunners to get down the field, get that good bounce as a little extra brownie point there at the end. Doing a great job. They got the Lancers caught on their heels right now, John.
Absolutely. Chieftains take over the 31-yard line. Poggi steps back, finds some room as the pocket kind of collapses. He'll dart forward for 7 yards on that. Again, the pocket kind of collapsing around him, and he says, I see lots of green. I'm going to take advantage of it. Brings up 2nd and 2 for the Chieftains. 23-yard line. Three receivers to the left side for Poggi. Steps back into the pistol set. Bowden a couple yards off of his hip. Dallas Bond comes in motion. Handoff to Bowden. Bowden picks up the first down and then some. He's around the corner and he's got gets pushed out at the 5-yard line. Again, Tyler Bowden following the block from Dallas Bond on the right side of that Tonganoxie offensive line and almost able to find a cutback lane, get a touchdown, but it sets up a 1st and goal from the 5.
It's absolutely valuable when you got a tight end like Dallas Bond that can not only catch the ball down the field, but he can also do the second duty of a tight end well, block.
Yep. Hand off again to Bowden, and he's going to push forward. Looks like they're going to give him about a yard on that. One of the things Coach Troyer touched on in the pregame show is they're going to take whatever the defense will give them, and in that time, Shawnee Mission East said, no, we're not going to give you this one this time. Again, it's a play that's been open for Bowden all night, and three receivers left side of the formation. Dallas Bond again motion left. Hand off again to Bowden, and he's going to squirt through. And did he make it? Oh, it looks like they're going to call him down on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and goal. I would just give it to him again. Let Bowden punch this drive in.
And that's exactly what they do. And
I still think he's short.
Lancer's able to get through the center of the line, and my goodness, I don't think the back judges lead. The ball. I mean, literally now all they need to do is the nose of the ball is on the plane.
Hell, if I was Poggi, I'd just go under center right now. tells there, hey, give me the ball and just power forward, do the old Tom Brady play here.
Yep. Looks like Clyde's back to. We are going to have
a false
start. Penalties, like you said, that turns an easy touchdown into.
Yeah, I mean
not an easy touchdown. The Chieftains will start where they started this set of downs.
I mean, I would much rather have 4th and goal, with the nose of the ball at the goal line than 4th and goal at the 5.
And Chieftains are going to be forced to go for a field goal here as McWilliams sets up for.
It's ought to be a chip shot for him after his 41-yarder last week.
It's a couple yards longer than an extra point. It is up, and he pushes it right. Yeah, I think that was one of those, again.
It's a broadcast jinx. I did it.
Well, and honestly, I think that was kind of I don't think he was expecting that, because, again, we saw him come on late and saw the kind of the late decision there, and again, the Chieftains are definitely going to want that 3rd down play back, or the 4th down play back, because it's killer. We'll see if the defense can step up here as the Lancers will take over on downs. Missed field goal brings the ball out to the 20-yard line. And some severe confusion there on the Shawnee Mission side of the ball, but
that is a great tackle there. That's just absolutely great tackle.
Yeah, you see the entire. It was almost a kind of a Keystone Cops routine in the offensive line. There was a lot of confusion, but Bryce Terrell says, "Well, okay, fine, I got to bust a play. I'm going to try and make the best of it." He does pick up a couple of yards, but again, the Chieftains right there and able to. Stay sound, stay calm, and stop Terrell. 3 receivers right side for Terrell. Again, he steps up. Dallas Bond.
I wish we had replay here because that was just an absolutely beautiful spin move that Dallas Bond just put the left tackle there. Put him in a blender pretty much. Looked like he was attacking strong on the outside, but then just doing that quick spin on the inside. Quarterback stepping up in the pocket. But 84 right there to meet him. Beautiful sack there.
4-yard loss there for Bond.
There will definitely be a Snicker bar in his locker come Monday.
3rd and 12 for the Lancers.
Here it comes again.
Terrell able to get the pass off, and great shoestring tackle there by Poggi, tripping up Eddie Leopold. Cade Eldred. And that was got to say a 1st down saving tackle there by Poggi as he's able to, again, Eldred had a good head of steam, and he was, he might have gotten wrapped up, but Poggi able to trip him up and make the tackle easier for his teammate. Ugly kick there for the Lancers, kind of end over end, and able to get out of the way and down the ball on the 34-yard line. Tonganoxie. Chieftains will take over on their own 34-yard line. First and 10. Again, you have to look from the defensive side of the ball. You have to be really proud of the Chieftains so far. Coming up with 2 big 3-and-outs and
especially off that last drive, kind of a little bit of a quick turnaround. Maybe not so quick as a turnover, but kind of when your offense is down in that 1st and goal situation, I think this defense kind of expects, hey, they're going to punch it in, But great job, coming out quick on the turnover on downs. Let's see if the offense can kind of start getting a spark up again.
Lancers show pressure, and Bowden eludes 2 tacklers and squirts up to the 50-yard line. Again, the Lancers again showing the pressure as the linebacker steps up in that middle gap and shoots through, but Bowden quick to get past him and little shiver and finds the sideline, pick up 14 yards on that play, 15 yards on the play.
If I was a defensive coach, quite honestly, I'd be a little scared to try to rush to blitz this rush attack that they got going here with Bowden. I almost want my linebacker staying back, following him in the holes, trying to stuff him at the line of scrimmage.
Cladesty motions. Poggi forced to step up in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down for no gain there. Pocket kind of collapses around him, and as the secondary for the Lancers has strong coverage downfield.
Oh, that and the pass rush, too. The offensive line kind of getting pushed around a little bit on that one. We've seen that kind of more and more often, kind of later here in the season. Teams' pass rushers have really been able to get after Poggi through that offensive line without bringing any extra men, too. Another thing the Chieftains are looking to clean up tonight.
Hand off again to Bowden, and he's going to, again, streak through the right side, pick up 3 yards on the carry. Zip a 3rd and 7 for the Chieftains. Chieftains empty the backfield. 3 receivers right side of the formation, 2 here on the, or 3 receivers left, sorry. Quick pass there. Whoa! Woo! Smash mouth football there as Mitch Geiger makes the grab, tucks it away, and brings the heat.
And to hold on to it, too.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, it's great when you make those plays, lowering the shoulder, say, I'm the bigger man here. But when you lose the ball, it's kind of embarrassing, too. Great job there holding on to the ball through the contact.
And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Chieftains lead 7-0. We'll be back for more Chieftains football right after this break.
Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance, local, independent, serving you.
With the First State Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC.
And we're back to start the second quarter here at Beatty Field. Again, great move there to close out that quarter by Mitch Geiger. So he takes, 5'7", 5'11"?
5'8".
5'8", all 5'8", 160 pounds. He just takes the ball and takes on 2 defenders and picks up a big gain there, big third down conversion for the Chieftains. Hand off there to Bowden. Cuts back up the middle and picks up 3 yards on the dive. And the hole didn't quite develop like he was hoping, but he was still able to find that little sliver of cutback and pick up 3 yards. Three receivers near side for Poggi. Steps back, finds Bowden, and Bowden's going to elude his tackler and little cutback and spin move, and he's going to pick up the first down and then some. Tyler Bowden finally brought down there by Cade Eldred.
Yeah, if I'm Kyler Hogden, number 33, the guy that missed the open field tackle there on Bowden, I'm probably going to making myself real comfortable in that defensive coordinator's doghouse. For a player like that, you absolutely got to find a way to make those open field tackles. There's almost no excuse.
Chieftains looking to the sideline for the call from offensive coordinator Preston Troyer. Comes set 3 receivers right side of the formation. Dallas Bond, lone receiver on the left. Poggi drops back, looks for Bond in the end zone. Touchdown, Chieftains! Again, Poggi on the money there. Again, Dallas Bond finds his isolation one-on-one. Poggi with the picture-perfect throw, and Bond up and grabs. And
yeah, we're starting to get to the point it's almost becoming impossible to try to cover Dallas Bond one-on-one. He will outwork you. He will be more aggressive than you. He wants that ball more. We just saw it again. Poggi putting it up high, Bond doing whatever it takes, going up high pointing it, bringing it down.
Jackson Williams shakes off the miss and pokes the extra point through the uprights. Chieftains take a 14-0 lead here in the second quarter. And you're watching Tonganoxie Sports Live presented by Kansas Insurance. And welcome all of the folks who are joining us on the on our YouTube channel, and look forward to hearing from you guys in the live chat. Kind of let us know that you're out there watching. Again, it's been very, very strange this season. Again, as Coach Troyer touched on in the pregame, and as we've mentioned several times, and I'm gonna knock on the press box wood here in front of us, we've been very fortunate because of the social distancing measures that are in place, and everybody here. Again, not as full of a stadium as you'd expect tonight, but we are fortunate that we have not lost a single game due to a quarantine of our squad.
And absolutely, and I look, when we look around the Frontier League too, there's been so many teams. We talk about Spring Hill, Bonner, even Piper to a point, just being hit kind of hard by this quarantine bug. Tongi doing a great job though, while the league around them is going down, doing a great job. Ooh. It's like a little WWE style.
Beekman gets stood up and suplexed there, it looks like, from the far side. He picks up 5 yards on the return. Again, Beekman kind of finds his way into that crowd and gets stood up and then finally brought down by the Chieftains. Lancers will start this drive on their 41-yard line. 3 receivers right side for Price Terrell.
Yep.
Quick screen pass to Sir, not appearing on my roster.
It was just, again, great assignment awareness there again. I think that was Maxwell, and I think even Mitch Geiger again flying in there quick on that little bubble screen onto the outside. Saw it coming from a mile away, doing a great job, coming in like a home missile, getting on top of it.
Able to, again, wrap up, not quite able to completely wrap up the tackle, but is able to, again, stall him up enough and hand off up the middle to looks like Eddie Leopold. No, Kate Eldred again. Sorry about it. Jared Lowe there on the tackle. 3rd and 7 for the Lancers.
Yeah, desperately need a conversion here if they're wanting to try to stay in this game.
And we're going to have...
That's not going to help either. False start.
Yeah. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Lancers. Again, go from third. Penalties are going to kind of be killer on both sides of the ball. Terrell looking for man downfield, looking for Beekman, but Beekman triple covered there by the Chieftains, and Mitch Geiger on the breakup, kind of not exactly an orthodox, a textbook breakup, as he was just kind of tracking the pass, and his helmet did most of the work. But again,
you take an incompletion as however any way you can get it.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Again, just trying, making sure that you're the big thing there is to make sure you avoid the pass interference penalty, and he did exactly that. And Lancers forced to punt again. Clyde is standing on the 20-yard line for the Chieftains. Low snap, high spiraling kick. Brought in by Clyde at the 23-yard line, and he's got some room. He's going to break through a couple tacklers. Gets it out to the 47-yard line before he is finally wrapped up by Ben Lucci.
That's another great dynamic return we've seen from Clyde tonight. This time, though, no penalties to bring it back. Chieftains are going to have great field position to start this drive.
Chieftains start the drive on the 47-yard line. Three receivers top of the set for the Chieftains. Dallas Bond, the lone receiver here on the near side. Chieftains look to the sideline for a check and plays in, comes set. And handoff to Bowden. He's going to streak up the middle for 8 yards. 9 yards on the carry there. Again, great work by the center of the Tonganoxie line to open up a nice big hole for Bowden. Chieftains still in the balance set, and Poggi drops back with a quick little screen pass to Bowden. Little shimmy, and he's going to pick up some extra yardage there and gets chased out of bounds by Cade Eldred at the 25-yard line.
And of course there's a penalty flag.
See what the foul is. A nice little screen pass there by Chieftains.
On Shawnee Mission East, too.
We got a face mask. We'll tack on some extra yardage to the end of that run for Bowden. Puts the Chieftains in the red zone. They'll start with a 1st and 10 on the Lancer 19-yard line. Two-back set for the Chieftains as Bowden and Clydesty split either side of Poggi. Hand off to Clydesty, and Bowden doing the lead blocking this time. The little rugby scrum there for the Chieftains. Finally brought to a halt at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, to me, John, that play right there really kind of shows how selfless Tyler Bowden is, because we know he's the bell cow runner for this offense. But that time, lining up in the two-back set with Clydesty, but instead of taking the ball this time, being his lead blocker and doing a great job at it as well.
Absolutely. Again, gave Clydesty plenty of room to get into the secondary. Lance was able to wrap up, but the line driving. Now we see the two backs flip for the Chieftains. This time the handoff. Ooh, goodness. Faked us out here in the booth, and little play action screen comes in a little bit too hot for James Eaton.
Yeah, he definitely got me. Did he get you, John?
Yeah, that's what you heard me say. The handoff goes in, and I was like, oh, wait a second. Then I see, Poggi with his arm coming back, and there's a pigskin in it. I'm like, okay. Unfortunately, the cornerback for the Lancers was not fooled by the handoff, and now the handoff does go to Bowden, and he's going to streak forward for the first down. It's pushed out inside the the 7-yard line.
I definitely need to try to find a way, and don't stall out here in the red zone like we did a couple drives ago. Let's try to punt, let's get a good play drawn up. Let's try to punch it in, keep piling on these guys.
First and goal from the 5-yard line. Again, the chain crew on the far side fooling everybody with the, they came set on the 7, and then the side judge and the down marker came, and little bootleg there by Poggi, looking for a man in the back of the end zone. Touchdown!
Oh,
Dallas Bond.
Who do you know?
Patrick.
So there you go. We saw 2 weeks ago, 3 touchdowns before halftime. We saw last week Tyler Bowden. I believe he had 4, maybe even 5 before halftime. Dallas Bond said, you know what? I'm tired of this. Let's go.
Yeah,
Challenge accepted.
Again, the Chieftains definitely taking what the Lancers are giving, and again, love how that secondary run from Bond kind of gave Poggi a little bit of time as kind of is on that bootleg, and had to kind of buy a little bit extra time, but then Bond able to find a seam on the end line there. And,
great job, adjusting. He sees this quarterback scrambling. He surveys. He says, all right, I'm going to run right along the back boundary of the end zone. And a great job by Poggi, too, because that's not necessarily an easy throw to make when you're throwing it. You got a lot of traffic going through, and you're throwing it in the back boundary of the end zone. But, perfectly placed ball by Poggi, and another touchdown snag for Dallas Bond. The offense is rolling tonight.
Chieftains jump out to a 21-0 lead with 7 minutes left here in the first half.
Activities and athletics and the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Between Tonganoxie and Shawnee are Daryl Holliday, Reese Lundgren, Dan Key, David Williams, and Ken Winkley.
Here in the mentioning of the officials, again, these gentlemen are doing a great job tonight.
As long as the calls keep coming our way, they're doing a great job tonight.
As long as the calls are correct, they're doing a great job. Again, being a referee, one of the most difficult and thankless jobs in high school sports, but one of the most crucial. Again, chip shot there to the left side this time, and Colin Fitzgerald picks up 12 yards on the return, 10 yards on the return, and the Lancers will start with the ball on their 39. Three receivers left side for Terrell. Closer snap, drops back with the screen pass, and Brandon Martin right there, Johnny on the spot. Nice tackle.
If I'm for the Lancers here, I would think it's probably now or never, at least for this first half. Speaking, really got to try to find a way to get some points, get that goose egg off the scoreboard for halftime.
Hand off up the middle to Cole Clacy, and he is wrapped up. Correction, Kate Eldred. Again, sorry folks with the numbers. If we're mixing them up, we are going to get them right. It's really hard with the Carolina blue and white, and as it gets a little darker, it's tougher to read, but we will make sure that we get them correct. Terrell on the keeper. Squirts through for the first down on the 50-yard line. Little option play there, and Terrell seeing the opening and diving forward to pick up the yardage. Three receivers split out right side for Terrell. Pass a little bit in front of Beekman, and
You know, Geiger's eyes just kind of lit up. He started salivating, said, oh, here we go. Here's my chance here. Dropping the ball, unfortunately. If he would have went through with it, probably a penalty. But, you know, those are kind of the opportunities those defensive backs really kind of live for, kind of those little passes are a little high. Receivers got to jump up and get. Perfect chance to kind of lay the hit stick down, but looks like Geiger will have to wait another day for that.
Yeah, he wisely held up when he saw the ball was uncatchable. Don't want to get a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty there. Chieftains show blitz, but break through, and Eldred with a nice little stutter step to trying to elude his tackler and picks up a few more yards after contact. That's got to be that's the longest run for the Lancers tonight.
Absolutely, probably one of the longest plays too.
So that's I think that's just the second first down for Shawnee Mission tonight. Both of them coming on this drive.
They definitely got it going right now. If they're going to capitalize on it, they need to do it on this drive.
Hand off again to Eldred, and he's going around the right side and got a flag at the end of the play there. And face mask on the Chieftains this time, and Shawnee Mission will tack on a few yards there and brings up a 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Two receivers right side, man in the slot, handoff fake there to Eldred, and Terrell keeps it and picks up 5 yards on that carry. Brought down on the 2-yard line. Get a nice little fake handoff there in the center, and
we've seen it a couple times on this drive now. Chieftains really biting hard, on the option plays, and they end up getting burned on it. All right, kind of starting to show a little bit of sloppiness here in the game. I'm sure they'll try to correct those as we start getting later into the game.
4 minutes left in the first half. One receiver either side, and handoff to Eldred, and he is stopped. Stopped short by number 46, Brandon Martin. Comes up, fills the hole, and stops Eldred short.
It's just what Coach Bond ordered there. You need a physical stop here as we're getting, Lancers in the red zone, threatening to score. Huge play there by Martin to step up in the gap, kind of boiling back, said, no, not today.
And again, hand off to Eldred. No, we got a fumble there. That's going to be handoff. They fumble there on the handoff, and Lancers are able to quickly fall on the ball as Terrell realizes he does not didn't secure the transfer, and Lancers think about going for the field goal, but opt to.
I think they need to go for the touchdown. Definitely watch the heart count here, though.
Absolutely.
Do not want to give him any freebies.
Nope.
Terrell
heaves it up back corner, and Jacob Maxwell on the defense faces up his man and swats the ball away. Turnover on downs for the Chieftains.
Yeah, perfect defense there by Maxwell, doing a great job kind of pushing the receiver out really, really, really close out there to the boundary at the back of the end zone. When he kind of jumped up, kind of went up with him, forcing him out of bounds. So even if it was caught, it would have been out of bounds. Great defense there by Jacob Maxwell. He's been all over this field tonight for the Chieftain defense.
And Chieftains pinned back deep in their own territory. Start the drive with the ball on the 3-yard line. Hand off to Bowden, gives Tonganoxie just a bit of breathing room as he brings it out to the 5-yard line.
This is perfect. This is the exact scenario that Chieftains practice every week. And situation they practice every single week in practice. We got a little over 2 minutes left here. They got the ball down within the 10-yard line. 2-minute drill coming up.
3 receivers right side for the Chieftains. Hand off to Bowden. He's going to shoot through the middle. Comes flying through the middle into the secondary of the Lancers, and
he's going to bust one of those off soon for a big, long house call. I'm calling it right now. So go ahead, let's bookmark this play right here. He's due to break one off here.
Elijah Joseph on the stop there for Shawnee Mission. One of 3 Lancers there in the middle. A little confusion there, but Poggi's going to take the ball and it's brought down for no gain. Again, they little bit of nervous moments there as the handoff fake kind of was a little bit too deep, and Poggi able to hang on to the ball but not able to find a man downfield.
Just kind of one of those rare offensive miscommunications here for the Chieftains.
8 on the play clock. Poggi steps up in the pocket, heaves it deep for
Go
Bond.
get it!
Bond again.
That is a grown man.
Able
John.
to, yeah.
It's a grown man.
Dallas Bond takes his receiver downfield, stops, comes back, and then turns around and burns hot for another couple yards after contact.
And getting out of bounds, too. Perfect. Kind of slow the clock down.
One minute left in the half. Poggi steps back up into the pocket and throws deep, looking for nobody. There's nobody in the vicinity, nobody in the zip code of that pass. I think that one was just one where coverage broke down, and Poggi was like, okay, I'm going to just send that long and
exactly.
Again, stop the clock. Don't take a sack. Don't make any silly moves. Just send it long and.
We're going to have another conference on the field here.
Yeah, I think the question I'm thinking they wonder if they're talking about that being an intentional grounding again, because there wasn't a receiver. There was not a Tonganoxie receiver in the vicinity, and
there was somebody that was down the field. I didn't catch the number, but in the area of the pass though. It was
I was going to say it was. See what the officials come up with here.
I think they're going to let it go.
Looks like, yep.
Perfect. Let's play ball.
And, hopefully they were just maybe talking about what kind of pizza they're going to order after the game. 3 receivers right, 2 left, empty backfield for Poggi. Snap comes. Pocket breaks down, and he is able to get the ball away for that time it is going to be an intentional grounding.
Right.
And
he had the right idea. You don't want to take the sack in this scenario, but just a little tad bit too late there on the decision making.
Yeah, when your tackler has your throwing arm wrapped up, just suck it up and take it. And this one, that definitely will. We put the Chieftains in desperation territory there. It's 3rd and 27 from their own 26. Little bubble screen there to Bowden, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards on that. 8 yards, and we've got a timeout on the field. Shawnee Mission calling a timeout. Kind of talk it over real quick.
You definitely never can be too safe on the defensive side of the ball here on this one. You just don't want to allow that big play right before halftime, especially since Tonki's getting the ball back to start the second half as well. So that's kind of what they're thinking on the defensive side. If I'm on the offensive side, I would think maybe, don't go too radical here. Don't try to, throw it up into double cover, try to get a big play. Trust your playmakers. Trust Dallas Bond. Trust, Tyler Bowden. Let them get the yards for you, and if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen.
And again, if it is not, I think obviously if it is not there, make sure that you get the kick away.
Oh, well, goodness, it's fourth down. It snuck up on me.
Yeah, that intentional grounding kind of, again, first one we've seen this season, kind of threw us for the loop. Obviously, the loss of down there, and again, that's one. Again, at that point, it's 5 yards on a third and 22 versus third and 27. Not a big difference there, but. That's not what the Chieftains ordered as the preliminary signal from the back judge's false start.
Might have been one of those blessings in disguise, though, because I saw that it was blocked. I don't know if it was blocked because it was just a good rush or if it was blocked just because of the whistles being blown and maybe Tonga's going, hey, what's going on?
And, or the defender firing off, kind of seeing the man flinch and
almost got
Coach
him again.
able to get the punt away there and takes a big Tonganoxie bounce down to the 24-yard line. Lancers will have 30 seconds to see if they can put a touchdown on the scoreboard. Tonganoxie defense looking to come up with a big defensive stop here. Keep that shutout going into the halftime break. That would have to be a big confidence boost after the goal line stand there on the last Lancer drive. Three receivers left side of the formation for Terrell. Eldred in the backfield, handoff to Eldred. He comes up the middle and picks up 6 yards. Lancers call their second timeout. And talk the play over. Again, I'm kind of surprised to see that run come up the middle because, again, they haven't found a lot of success with that so far tonight, but.
Yeah, so they try to get the run game going. It hasn't really been working. The pass game, it's been more missing than has hit. Where they really have found success, though, is on those option runs. But even then, those were kind of on those last drives. Got them on big chunks of yardage gain, probably about 2 out of the 3 plays. So, Chieftains just doing a great job defensively, kind of giving the Lancers fits. Definitely something that during halftime, Coach Hoover and his staff are definitely going to have to try to talk over and try to figure out.
Chieftains back in the middle of the field ready to go, and Lancers come set. 2 receivers either side of the formation for Terrell. Eldred in the hip pocket left side. Pass complete up the middle to Jacob Johnson. Clock will stop momentarily on the first down, and
here we go. They're rolling.
3 receivers near side. Terrell steps back to pass, throws it deep, overthrown.
A little bit of a risky pass there. I kind of thought at first glance Clydesdale might have had a chance to come over the top and maybe get an interception on that. A little too far out over the left shoulder of the receiver, though.
Yeah, pass for Beekman sails a couple yards out of bounds on the left sideline there. Stops the clock with 6.9 seconds. Time for maybe 2 more plays for the Lancers, depending on how things go. And we got a timeout called by Tonganoxie. They didn't like the look that they were seeing, so defensive coordinator calls a quick timeout. Bring the squad over to chat about that. And the cheerleaders on the sideline trying to bring some spirit to the crowd. It's again a little bit chillier tonight than it has been all season, but again, it's an amazing return to fall. I will take this every day of the week.
Yeah, this is the type of football weather you love to play in, especially here in Kansas. When the weather starts getting colder and colder, that's really when you want to start playing football, because we all know what that means, John. When it starts getting colder outside, it means the playoffs are coming. Yep. All right, 6.9 seconds here, John. What are you doing if you're the offense?
You gotta take a pass. You gotta look short, see if you can come up with something, and
give it the old Madden Hail Mary here.
And now the tiptoes on the sideline, but
that'll take us to half.
That play took a little bit too long to develop for the Lancers, and that'll take us to the half. Great stop there by the Chieftains. We'll be back for the halftime show right after this. You're watching Chieftains football on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. That's why they are continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. Registration is now open for 5th and 6th grade basketball, as well as their 4th through 6th grade volleyball clinics. These programs are great for any skill level. For more information or to get registered, go to tongirec.org or call the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission at 913-845-3502.
Community-minded, community-strong. That's what you get with Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. A small-town feel with the best banking services, including great options on loans, checking and saving accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. At Community National Bank, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. To learn more, check us out on Facebook at Community National Bank KS or visit communitynationalbank.net. Go Chieftains!
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back at the game. Learn more at sandsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Located in charming downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming with an attention to detail. At Wizard of Paws, your pet becomes family and will be in a clean, stress-free, relaxing environment. With appointments throughout the day, Wizard of Paws gives your pet a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or bring your pet in for a free estimate at 612 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawsgrooming.com.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. Your physical therapist will work with you to help you understand your body so you will achieve long-term health benefits. To learn more, call Physical Therapy Solutions at 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
To be successful on the field or the court, you need a quality team. To be successful in the real estate game, you need the team at Whitebirch Properties Realty Executives in Tonganoxie. Amanda, Brianna, and Joanna make up this team of like-minded individuals with the goal of making the home buying and selling process enjoyable and stress-free. The team at Whitebirch Properties is in it to win it. Stop by and put together your game plan at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. That's why they are continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. Registration is now open for 5th and 6th grade basketball, as well as their 4th through 6th grade volleyball clinics. These programs are great for any skill level. For more information or to get registered, go to tongirec.org or call the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission at 913-845-3502.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Coach Bond over the summer, really doing a great job getting their players in shape, getting them ready for, here for football season. Just doing a great job. Yep.
All right. As we watch the final breaks, we're going to take one last halftime break, and we will check back in with you for the kickoff right after this.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Community minded, community strong. That's what you get with Community National Bank in Tonganoxie, a small town feel with the best banking services, including great options on loans, checking and saving accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. At Community National Bank, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. To learn more, check us out on Facebook at Community National Bank KS or visit communitynationalbank.net. Go Chieftains!
And we're back in Tonganoxie, Kansas, here at Beatty Field. Chieftains football brought to you on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance. Again, John Rochkow alongside Dylan Funk. We are happy to bring this to you every week. Again, apologize if we had some technical difficulties over the half. We were kind of making some tweaks, and apparently we deleted a source on our mixer. So again, we are got that fixed. We're going to be back live for the third quarter and the rest of the way for you.
Technology's great when it works, right, John?
When it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it makes you feel foolish, and well, that's all right. I'm kind of comfortable in that realm. Again, one of the things that we touched on during the early part of the halftime break, but probably nobody heard, is the kind of big results around the Frontier League. You know, the big one there, Paola at Eudora. Paola and Eudora are tied 14-14 at the half. Correction. Paola was able to drive down and score a touchdown, but again, Paola is just up one touchdown on Eudora. That's going to be a big result for the Chieftains.
If Eudora ends up winning that game, it could have a lot of Frontier League implications as far as who finishes first.
Kick deep back to Clydesdale, and he's going to field the ball and scamper forward. We've got a penalty marker down, and Clydesdale's still on his feet and going, and he's going to get makes it across the 50-yard line, but penalty marker back at the 30.
It's going to be such a shame if it gets brought back. That's what it's looking like, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Oh! Personal foul on the Lancers, and we're going to tack some extra yardage onto that return from Clydesdale. So,
oh, yeah, love to see it.
The 47-yard return there is Clydesdale fielded the ball on the 3-yard line and romped out to the 50. Tack on another 15 yards there. Chieftains start the third quarter in outstanding field position on the 34-yard line. Chieftains looking near side for the play call from offensive coordinator Preston Troyer. Three receivers left side. Quick screen from Poggi to Clydesdale. Clydesdale shakes off a couple of tacklers, and then before he is wrapped up by a sea of Carolina blue and white. Picks up 6 yards on the play, though. And Clydesdale was able to shake off that first tackler, but not the second, third, fourth, and fifth guys from Shawnee Mission. Three receivers right side for the Chieftains as they look at 2nd and 4 from the 28-yard line, correction. Poggi calls for the snap. Handoff to Bowden, and he's going to squirt through for the first down and change.
And we talked about it in that pregame, John. Coach, Al Troyer really talking about really this offense just taking whatever the Lancers are going to get. We've really seen it, kind of a little bit of a different play calling here tonight. They'll line up, and they get their original play call and they line up, and then we've seen Poggi and the receiving core really kind of turn to the sideline, kind of giving Preston Troyer that option. Say, all right, well, they're giving us this, we're going to change it up to this. Really, just doing a great job.
Two receivers either side. Poggi steps back, fires just outside the grasp of Dallas Bond on the left sideline. Bond not able to make the diving grab there.
For the first time tonight.
Yeah, that's not something we've said an awful lot this season, particularly tonight. But and two receivers either side for Poggi. Classy comes in motion. Little narrows, leads block for Bowden as he skates forward for 4 yards, brings up third down. Gain of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 6 for the Chieftains from their 18-yard line. Poggi calls for snap, drops back, looking for Bond again. Caught short by Kaleidosty, and he's able to shrug off a tackler and stays on his feet before getting knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Brings up 1st and goal for Tonganoxie.
And I've been asking the question, John, kind of about when Heston Robbins kind of went out with his injury. I kind of said, who's going to step up kind of in that role for this Chieftain offense? Well, in the past couple of weeks, and especially tonight, it's been very clear to me Sam Kaleidosty is ready to step up and be that next man.
Kaleidosty, the lone receiver on the left side of the formation. Handoff to Bowden. He's going to rumble forward for 3 yards. And on the cutback, touchdown, Chieftains!
There you go. Finally, for the first time tonight, the Tyler Bowden special there. Kind of running. Looks like he's wrapped up, for a minimal game, maybe even a loss. But again, just using that space, getting out, finding the cutback lane, finding the space, diving in for the end zone. Now Tyler Bowden, putting some points up for the Chieftains tonight.
One of the things we've talked about all year with Bowden as McWilliams.
Well, he doinked it.
Pulls that one a little bit pulls it left. One of the things we talked about Tyler Bowden all year is his legs are always moving. Again, he until you have him on the ground, his legs are churning. He's always looking for that extra little bit of space. And, play like that, he's, stopped, but then he finds just enough of a cutback lane to his left. He's able to squirt through for a touchdown there. And
that's what we've all been taught, even since when we were little and playing football. They've always said, just play until you hear the whistle. Never stop moving your legs because you just never know when that opportunity is going to open up for you to kind of get out in the open space and really taking it in. And that's something that Tyler Bowden has really taken to heart.
So Chieftains take a 27-0 lead here early in the third quarter. McWilliams back to kick. And chip shot collected at the 35. Again, great coverage there by the Chieftains. Able to hold Fitzgerald to a 6-yard return. The Shawnee Mission will start with the ball on their 41-yard line. And Lancers definitely need to put up some sort of points on this drive. Again, not to say that, this is not necessarily, they don't have to have a touchdown, obviously, with the extra point miss, but
no, but Sand's starting to run out in their hourglass. Yeah.
They got to have something. 3 receivers left side, low snap, handoff up the middle, and Cole Clazy picks up a couple of yards, brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he had the opening there up the middle, but, great job there by Tucker Isaacs getting off his block on that run that could have potentially broken off for a first down to a gain of 3.
Three receivers left side of the formation for the Lancers. Terrell drops back to pass. Again, sir, not appearing on my roster tonight. Again, having a great game, number 24. Again, I wish we do not have the name for that young man, but he is having a solid performance. Able to make a couple of Chieftains miss there and pick up a big first down for Shawnee Mission. Takes the ball across the 50 into the Tonganoxie 33.
And not too often where you see this Chieftain secondary really miss on open field tackles like that.
And there you go. They're kind of making up for it as Clydesy comes firing in and wraps up Cole Clazy, stopping him for a gain of just 2 yards. And you see that streak of red coming in out of the corner, and Clydesy just, made that beeline to Clazy and wrapped him up. And three receivers, again, left side for the Lancers. Harold Kevin Schpleichel with the tackle. Yardage good for the first down.
Lancers now finally starting to find their rhythm, getting multiple first downs on a drive. Let's see if they can finish it off here with some points.
Receiver in the slot for the Lancers, and Tate Moody is checked in at quarterback, and he keeps the ball and picks up 9 yards on that.
And we saw it again, kind of that quarterback running back option there in the backfield, kind of coming back to bite the Chieftains again. Lansing, or they keep on to call them Lansing, but it's the Lancers. Dadgummit, I'm going to get it right.
Low snap recovered there by Shawnee Mission, and able to pick up a first down as the interior of the Chieftain defense not able to make the wrap up after contact, but able to limit the damage there.
Let's also give credit there, John, to the running back there, kind of brushing off that tackle from Brandon Martin in the gap. He doesn't miss those very often.
Yeah, that's one thing that I don't, again, don't mean to downplay that, but again, it's something we've seen Tonganoxie do a lot this year, and again, that's really the first time that's happened. Pass deep to the end zone and almost picked off by Poggi as he's.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate insult, the quarterback picking off the quarterback? It's like a pitcher hitting a home run off the other pitcher in baseball.
Yep. And again, this is again, as we mentioned, Shawnee Mission East has switched quarterbacks because Bryce Terrell played the entire first half for the Lancers, and now Tate Moody taking the snaps on the first drive of the second half for the Lancers.
Yeah, a little bit of a gutsy call there by Coach Hoover, but I believe it was probably the right call because they seem to be moving very well.
In low snap, and he's going to be forced to hang on to it. I think you have to say they wanted to get the handoff there, but again, the low snap, he's able to recover it, but wrapped up quick in the backfield for a loss.
And we've seen that multiple times now for Shawnee Mission East here in the red zone. They just seem to kind of have, when it looks like they're really going to start going, they either kind of have like a little bit of miscommunication in the backfield or a little mishandling of the snap or the handoff. It's really kind of come around to bite them in the you-know-what.
Yeah.
Now we're looking at a 3rd and long here.
See if the center can – there you go. Again, that's –
well, that's not going to
Dallas Bond is able to wrap him up.
There he is.
Full credit to Tate Moody trying to shake off the tackle of Dallas Bond, but that's a foregone conclusion. When Bond has his hands around your waist, again, full credit to Tate Moody trying to give that 110%, kind of trying to shake free, but again, at the end of the day, held onto the ball, gives Lancer offense a chance. Obviously, we were definitely in 4-down territory for the Lancers here. 2 receivers either side of the formation.
Here come again.
Low snap, and Tucker Isaac's going to wrap up the sack.
Yeah, great pressure again there by Isaacs coming off the edge. It even looked like in my eyes, looked like he might have even been held on that play, but it doesn't matter.
I was going to say, when you can shrug off that, that's a holding penalty that you certainly would decline if and I think the referee wisely said, yes, I realize he's being held, but he's going to make it, he's going to make a sack, and it's going to be all good. So Chieftains with a big defensive stop there, pushing the Lancers back 15 yards on 2 straight plays and take over on downs.
Definitely going to be a lot of Snicker bars handed out at practice on Monday. They hand them out to people when you get a sack or when you hold a shutout. Coach Bond always treating his defensive players well, giving them Snickers.
Handoff to Bowden, and he's going to skirt up the right side and find the cutback lane, but a couple of flags fly into the backfield. And holding the signal. We haven't seen one of those in a while, but when they do fly in like that, you see both the white hat and the side judge sending the laundry in. It's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna not gonna celebrate that run too much because we know it's coming back. So the penalty brings up 1st and 20 for the Chieftains. Two receivers either side of the set for the Chieftains. Bowden steps to the right side hip pocket of Poggi. Little dump pass to Clydestein. He's going to find some green space in the middle, and
there you go.
He's going to drag his defender forward.
Keep it going, young man.
We'll see where the spot is, but Clydestein looks like he may have gotten enough for the first down there.
Move him.
Got to stop
well
there
earned.
And fix the shoulder pads, tuck him back in as the his tackler had a hold of that sleeve and was dragging, but Clydestein like, no, I'm not going down. I'm not done.
Yeah, Bowden isn't the only one on this offense that can get slippery out there, John. Sam Clydestein has done a great job tonight.
Great little dump screen there from Poggi to find Clydestein, and then Clydestein doing all the hard work there. Handoff to Bowden, and he's going to squirt through for a gain of 7. He's wrapped up at the 50. See a little bit of friendly congratulations there from number 55 for Shawnee Mission and Connor Cole there. Just a couple of hard competitors giving each other props. Little congratulatory slap on the shoulder. 3 receivers right side for Poggi, but handoff to Bowden. He's going to streak forward. There's 5 yards and first down. 1st and 10 from the Lancer 44-yard line.
As we start getting closer and closer now, getting to the end of the third, start of the fourth quarter, you got the big lead up. I think now it's time for Tyler Bowden. Let him eat, chew up as much clock as you can. Let's get out of here with a W.
Absolutely. And Bond comes in motion to the right, comes set, and again, lead blockers for Bowden. He's forced to check up, but still manages to pick up 3 yards on that. And great awareness there by Bowden as he kind of sees the pile collapsing in front of him, checks up his run just enough, and then goes over top of it to turn a 1-yard gain into 3. Clancy checks back in and have a 2-back set for the Chieftains. Two receivers right side. And hand off to Bowden and follows his lead block up the hole for another 4 yards. Again, Tonganoxie content to just, again, keep chewing up the yardage, keep chewing up the clock, protect the ball, make sure that the hand, secure the handoff, make sure that's in place, and then just you continue. No need to be hero.
Yeah, you absolutely don't need a mental error here either.
2-back set. Poggi talking to his running backs. Handoff to Kaleidosty this time, and Kaleidosty dances back. Scampers forward for 5 yards. And great unselfish work there by Bowden as you saw him making the lead block there. And
we talk about just that great selfless senior leader, man. It's great to have him on his team. And you can obviously tell as we get deeper and deeper into the season, he's also helping teach Sam Clancy kind of the way to kind of use his vision, use his elusiveness to really become a great running back. It's going to be exciting to see what's in it for him when he comes next season.
Again, Clancy just a junior. Again, Bowden takes the handoff, goes able to pick up a couple yards there.
And 1 second difference in game and play clock. You're going to have to run one more here.
Second 8 from the 30-yard line. Little option there, and Clyde's hit as he makes the catch, but hangs on for the short gain. And 4's up on the sidelines. We're going to head to the fourth quarter. Tonganoxie leads Shawnee Mission East 27-0. You're watching Chieftains football on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
Wizard of Paws, located in charming downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming with an attention to detail. At Wizard of Paws, your pet becomes family and will be in a clean, stress-free, relaxing environment. With appointments throughout the day, Wizard of Paws gives your pet a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or bring your pet in for a free estimate at 612 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawsgrooming.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
We're back here at Beatty Field for the fourth quarter of this Friday Night Lights matchup between Shawnee Mission East and Tonganoxie. And Tonganoxie with the 3rd and 7 on the 28-yard line, Shawnee Mission East. Two receivers right side for Poggi. Steps back, fires a quick pass. Incomplete. Pass a little bit too tall for Clydesty there.
Yeah, great defense there, too, because, I mean, it might have been just a little bit high, but I think Clydesty might have had a chance to kind of get a hand on it, juggle it, try to catch it again, but just great job there by the defender coming right off, staying on his hip, being right there, immediate contact, forcing the 4th down.
We got a timeout. Timeout by Shawnee Mission East. Again, one of the things that one of the big differences between these two teams, again, Shawnee Mission East, as we've seen all night, they've got a punter that specializes in that. Chieftains, again, quarterbacks are kind of forced into kind of a dual role almost because you'll see a lot of the rugby style kicks. Again, one of the things that you're drawing from a smaller talent pool. Again, it's less likely to have somebody that specializes in punting at the 4A level.
Right. But especially when you have an offense like this, you kind of hope you really don't need a punter that much.
Again, not somebody you special. Not somebody that not a big demand for that, and not something that a 6A school is really accustomed to because even if you've got a offensive juggernaut, even like a team like Bishop Miege, they've got somebody that's going to be a punter and that they're going to expect to see that. So again, Shawnee Mission East not quite sure how to handle this. We'll see what the Chieftains have as an empty backfield for Blake Poggi. 4 receivers right side. Dallas Bond, the lone receiver, left. And Poggi steps back and finds Clydesty. He's going to make the turn and spins out of the tackle.
Yes,
sir! Coverage. Touchdown, Chieftains!
Absolutely beautiful. I'm telling you, John, he might be running away with the with the game ball for tonight, at least for me. Great job there getting out of the tackle. But let's also talk about that block. I didn't quite see who the number was. I don't know if it was either Eaton or Bond down there, but once Clydesty kind of spun out of that tackle, a huge key block there.
I mean, he had nothing but green in front of him. And, again, you have to give the credit to Clydesty because, again, he's able to spin out of that first tackle and then make that second spin move to kind of break free and generate that separation. And Chieftains going for 2 here to kind of reset the score line. Poggi with the toss, finds Clydesty. Easy peasy. Clydesty beats Clasey on the coverage there to the front pylon. Chieftains will take it back to an even lead. Even 5 touchdown and extra points. But, again, back to that play by Clydesty. He's able to break that tackle, but then the second spin move, the second rotation creates that separation, and then with the block from, I think I'm going to go with Geiger on this one because I think Bond was on the far side.
Was it Geiger? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to give credit to Geiger, and if he didn't, we apologize. we'll watch the film. And
this is why we need instant replay.
so again, with that block, freeing up the ton of space for Clydesty to just waltz into the end zone, and so it's
Yeah, when it's going, John, it's going.
So one of the assistant coaches from the top deck of the press box came in and let us know that we are going to be on a running clock for the rest of the night. Again, with the 5-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter, and the margin comes into play. McWilliams with the kick, drops it to the 30-yard line, and coverage. And short return there for Colin Fitzgerald. Again, great work there from McWilliams, putting the high arcing kick there, loops it to the 32-yard line, and Fitzgerald able to collect it, but only able to pick up 4 or 5 on the return. Lancers will start on their 36-yard line. Hand off to Eldred, and he is wrapped up by Bond, and
I think Jared Little might have been in there.
Yeah.
First.
So loss of 1 on that play. Three receivers left side for Shawnee Mission East. Low snap with a quick screen pass, and again, I really wish I had this young man's name because he has been outstanding tonight for Shawnee Mission. Number 24, again on the short pass there, and he's able to make it to midfield.
And it's the one Lancer that's having a great game tonight. No name. Yeah, it's just what we'll call him, just no name Lancer, probably.
I hand off up the middle to Eldred, and he's going to able to drag the pile forward for 7 yards. Tucker Isaacs on the stop. Again, my Monty Python showing Sir not appearing on my roster. Again, I am a big fan of the Monty Python films and the Camp Knights of the Round Table. And Sir, you see Sir not appearing in this film. 3 receivers left side as the Lancers trying to continue marching down the field. A little option there.
Oh.
And Jacob Johnson had a touchdown.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about that. He catches that, he's in for 6. But
he's perfect. He's split the coverage there from Poggi and Clydesty. Holds on to that. He erases that goose egg on the scoreboard for the Lancers. But I think maybe he just got a little scared. He kind of heard the footsteps of Poggi behind him, and Clydesty kind of coming right up there. But he had plenty of space, and if he holds on to it, it's 6. But there we go, another Lancers example shooting themselves in the foot here tonight.
Yeah.
3rd down.
Bryce Terrell checking back in, and he's going to get wrapped up. Manages to break free, but then second effort there by Dallas Bond, and he brings him down from behind. Yeah, Tate Moody on going back to the pass to Johnson. The ball looked like it was a little bit in front of Johnson. Again, the ball a little bit better on target there because Johnson did have to reach out. Think more than he was expecting, but he's still.
Yeah, typically, if you can get 2 hands on it, you should probably come down with it.
Yeah, that's still all on Johnson. Again, all on Johnson, but again. And Chieftains will pick up the stop on 4th down as the handoff goes to Cade Eldred, and he is wrapped up by the interior of the Chieftains line.
So I'd probably be giving these varsity starters now for the Chiefs probably one more drive here, and then I'd be calling it a night and try to get inside, try to get warm. It's getting a little chilly out here.
It is definitely a little chilly. Again, we're fortunate to have the press box, but again, we got a couple of windows open in the door, and that just enough of that wind is blowing through here. And Chieftains looking to the sidelines.
You can definitely take your sweet time now with the running clock. Take as much of it off as you can.
2 receivers either side for the Chieftains. Dallas Bond comes in motion to the Left side handoff to Bowden. He bounces off the first tackler and the second tackler and rumbles forward for 6 yards on that, 5 yards on the play. Second and 5 for the Chieftains as the offensive line knows what they're doing. They come set. Receiving core and backfield kind of still moving chess pieces around, and call finally comes in. 10 on the play clock. 3 receivers left side for Poggi. Handoff to Bowden, and he's going to dash through the left side. Spin forward for 6 yards and a first down. 5 minutes, 20 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Chieftains comfortably in the lead here. Defense looking to throw up their second shutout of the season. This one certainly a little bit more of an accomplishment. Again, beating a 6A squad and holding them scoreless. Dallas Bond making his curtain call there.
Yeah, this performance tonight by the Tonganoxie Chieftains is definitely sending a message out to not only the rest of the Frontier League and 4A, but even the big dogs up in 5 and 6A saying, hey, we're no joke.
Devin Splekel getting the handoff there, and he's been paying attention to the footwork of Tyler Bowden as he comes forward and finds a cutback lane to pick up 5 yards. Jackson Stevens checks in the running back position. Tamar Brown replacing Dallas Bond. And now Clydesdale gets his curtain call as Christopher Van Ann comes in.
Well deserved, too.
Absolutely.
Young man's had one heck of a game tonight.
Handoff to Stevens, and he breaks through for a 15, 20, and we're going to call it a 20-yard scamper there.
Now Blake Poggi's turn.
And Blake Poggi coming off to the applause, and Tucker Isaacs.
Yep.
And Connor Brooch.
You definitely don't need no Booby Miles from Friday Night Lights situations happening here.
I was going to say, I get.
The boys did their job tonight.
Get it, 3 minutes left in the running clock. Just, again, take your time. Get out of here safe. And
what an opportunity for these younger guys are getting into, playing varsity time against a 6A school. Uh-oh.
And Gabe Bailey checking in for Poggi, and a little miscommunication there between Lowe and Bailey, and the snap. Again, fortunately for the Chieftains, Stevens able to fall on it. Clock heading towards the 2-minute mark. Hand off to Stevens, and he's able to dodge the first Lancer, but not the second, as Jack Muller comes in from the backside and wraps up Stevens. 3rd and 21 for the Chieftains. Not exactly the result they were hoping for on this drive, and either in field position or in yardage. But again,
it's still not over yet.
Yeah, still a great opportunity. And as soon as I say that, Jackson Stevens picks up 13 yards on that run. We can say we're going
to. So we hear everybody calling field goal. I want to see McWilliams try to get out, hit another one.
And again, yes, I applaud the call, but again, the smart play here is to take as much time off of that play clock as you can. You got 12 seconds, 11 on the play clock, a minute, 13 on the game clock, and Stevens gets the handoff, and he's going to squirt through and push forward and get held up just shy of the first down. Again, that's one of those things that this was absolutely the right call by Coach Troyer.
Yeah,
getting the players, getting the second string, the younger guys, some actual game time. Real live fire work.
Yeah.
Again, because nothing against McWilliams. We've seen him hit a 41-yarder. Yeah, he pulled one to the left tonight, but again, that's something that you can simulate that a lot easier in practice than you can the work on defense.
Sometimes the fun call just isn't the right call.
And handoff, fumble, and the Chieftains come up with it.
And that will just put a nice bow on this
and
shutout victory.
Chieftains don't have to run a play as the play clock will reset to 25, 5, 4, 3, 2. We are out of here.
What a performance.
All right, congratulations to the Tonganoxie Chieftains as they move to 6-1 on the year with a 35-0 win over Shawnee Mission East. We'll be back for the postgame show right after this.
Great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at S&SAutoandBody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
To be successful on the field or the court, you need a quality team. To be successful in the real estate game, you need the team at White Birch Properties Realty Executives in Tonganoxie. Amanda, Brianna, and Joanna make up this team of like-minded individuals with the goal of making the home buying and selling process enjoyable and stress-free. The team at White Birch Properties is in it to win it. Stop by and put together your game plan at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007.
And we're back here at Beatty Field. Coach Al Troyer joining us in the booth. Congratulations, Coach, on a standout win tonight. Again, we talked in the pregame show about taking what the opposing team gives us, and you definitely managed that tonight as you get touchdowns from three different players. Dallas Bond doing the work in the early part of the game, Tyler Bowden punching one in, and then Sam Kaleidesty down here with the little spin move to break out. Heck of a performance.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's, the thing I'm most impressed with is our secondary stepped up today. They're a great passing offense, and to hold them to a goose egg was we're getting better in the secondary, and that showed tonight. And up front, with the guys not letting them out. They got out a couple times. Running the football, but other than that, we held them to have two goal line stands to keep them out of the end zone. I mean, that was awesome.
Absolutely. And towards the end of the game, obviously, getting a chance to run some of the younger guys in there to give them some real game experience. How big is that going to be coming in the playoffs and next year?
Well, we got out of this one. We don't have any major injuries, and that's this time of the year. Those are key. If you can come into weeks 8 and 9 and 10 healthy, man, that's big.
Yeah, one of the things Dylan and I touched on before the show is, again, we are very fortunate to have not been hit by any quarantine issues, and we've played every game. We may have had to juggle a schedule a little bit, but again, how nice is that for you to kind of have your core unit functioning and in practice all week?
It's huge. We say every day, and I tell you every week how blessed we are to be able to play again today and be able to play again this week. And it's a resilience of our kids. They're willing to sacrifice things, not hanging out on the weekend, not going into any big groups, and just protecting the things that we want to do and the things we want to accomplish later on in this season.
Yeah, doing all the right things, and it's paying off. So we go to the final game of the regular season next week against Eudora, or no, against Ottawa. I'm looking at the Eudora score,
Sure.
and that's what's got me. Sure. So we head down to Ottawa. What can we expect out of that matchup?
Well, Ottawa, they've played some teams well, and they have their new turf down there, and I'm sure they're excited about that. So we're looking forward to that matchup next week.
All right. Any final thoughts?
I know, like I said, it was you didn't know what to expect coming into this one, and our kids rose up, and that was what was most impressive. They just kept going, and we kept the throttle down, and the stops that we got, and then to be able to move the football, score in each quarter, and that was just a plus for us.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Coach, on a good win. We will talk to you next week.
All right, thanks.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the SNS Body Shop postgame show right after this.
Community-minded, community strong. That's what you get with Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. A small town feel with the best banking services, including great options on loans, checking and saving accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. At Community National Bank, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. To learn more, check us out on Facebook at Community National Bank KS or visit communitynationalbank.net. Go Chieftains!
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. Your physical therapist will work with you to help you understand your body so you will achieve long-term health benefits. To learn more, call Physical Therapy Solutions at 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com. The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. That's why they are continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. Registration is now open for 5th and 6th grade basketball, as well as their 4th through 6th grade volleyball clinics. These programs are great for any skill level. For more information or to get registered, go to tongirec.org or call the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission at 913-845-3502. Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Welcome back to the SNS Body Shop postgame show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Since 1972, SNS Body Shop has been the place to go in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Again, Chieftains come in, step up to a big challenge from a traditional 6A power Shawnee Mission East and walk out 35-0 winners. Player of the game tonight.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, John, on the drive up here when I was going up I-70 from Lawrence, I said, you know what, I'm challenging myself tonight. I'm going to find somebody else other than Tyler Bowden to give the player of the night, the game ball to, because, I mean, quite frankly, he's been the heavy favorite for us so far tonight. But tonight it was made very easy for me, I believe. Sam Clydesty, absolutely huge. Stepped up big time. We finally saw kind of that he taking that next step. We talk about he's a junior. It's about kind of between, later in your junior year before you go into your senior year, you really need to step up, show, hey, I'm going to be one of the big dogs, coming up next season. Well, he wants to be the big dog right now, because outside of Dallas Bond, that offense was running through Sam Clydesty, also Tyler Bowden too. It's not like he had no he didn't slouch off tonight at all. He had a great game too, but Sam Clydesty, we saw him doing it from the running back position. We saw him doing it from the slot, wide receiver position. He was absolutely a star for them tonight. Huge part of why they put up 35 points. And
the thing you touched on, Sam doing it on both sides of the ball, but bigger for me is his performance on special teams. He taking those kickoffs, he had a couple of huge returns. One obviously was brought back due to a penalty, but then the second, again, he's showing that he's got that flash and that flair and the ability to be a deep threat for the Chieftains. Again, as we see Tonganoxie, they are really, they force teams to, they kick and let their coverage go. Yeah. And, teams are eventually going to have to, I think teams are going to have to pivot to that with the threat of Clydesty. Because, again, tonight, I think he, that first big return when he took it across midfield, I think he was a couple steps away from breaking that all the way. And
absolutely, and you never know. He might, come next week, he just might make a house call on one.
Absolutely. We'll take one last break, and we'll come back for a wrap-up around with scores around the league. You're watching Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC.
Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Midwest Chiropractic offers a friendly and caring environment with the most comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haug at Midwest Chiropractic Center care about your health, and their approach to care proves it. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Welcome back to Beatty Field. We're going to do a quick wrap-up here. John Rochkopp alongside Dylan Funk. Again, take you quick around the Frontier League and other action tonight. Tonganoxie, as we saw, comes out big winners over Shawnee Mission East. Paola is leading Eudora 31-20 with about 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Again, Eudora and Paola, they were tied at 14 and the tail end of the first half. Paola has kind of stretched out the lead a little bit, but again, Eudora is pushing, challenging, plenty of time there, to come back, only down by 2 scores. Spring Hill came out on the wrong side of a 14-7 result to Piper. Ottawa dropped a 35-0 shut. Try that again. Lewisburg with a 35-0 win over Ottawa. They're in Lewisburg, and let's scroll to the Preps KC. Baldwin trailing Santa Fe Trail with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 20-16, and that's an odd count score there. Elsewhere in key matchups in Class 4A, Bishop Miege taking on Bishop Carroll. Miege trailing 50-28 with 9:37 left in the fourth.
I love it.
Again, Baser Linwood up 33-26 over Lansing. Again, perfect night for football and a perfect result for the Chieftains as they run out 35-0 winners over Shawnee Mission East. We'll be back here on Tuesday night for volleyball. We'll be bringing you the Chieftains taking on Eudora over in the high school gymnasium, so make sure you join us then. And then we will close out the regular season next Friday night at Ottawa with a 7 o'clock kickoff. Make sure you tune in for the pregame show for both of those events, and we will then obviously follow the Chieftains wherever they go in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Again, we're going to kind of keep an eye on that Paola score because that's a big result in the offing if Eudora can come back and win that game. Certainly, even if they don't win the game, the fact that they were challenging Paola, a team that's shown a lot of strength.
Yeah.
Again, that's got to set up the Chieftains with a lot of confidence going forward because again, looking at the two teams that we're facing again, Eudora a little bit less heady of an opponent than Shawnee Mission East. Chieftains come out and dismantle the Lancers, and Paola seems to be kind of maybe struggling a little bit with Eudora. So
this is an absolute huge confidence booster for the Chieftains. I was coming in tonight. I was expecting this game maybe to be a little closer. I still expected the Chieftains to come out on top, but they played far beyond my expectations, honestly, John, to put a shutout on a 6A school. I don't care if they are winless or if they are undefeated on the season. A 4A school to pitch a shutout on a 6A school is absolutely huge. Chieftains are rolling right at the right time.
And to do it at home, even better.
Even better.
All right, we're going to wrap things up here tonight. Again, for Dylan Funk and the rest of the Harris Media Services crew, John Rochkopp saying good night. Thank you for watching Chieftains football on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by Brothers Market, Community National Bank, Midwest Chiropractic Center, SNS Auto Body, The White Birch Agency Realty Executives, Physical Therapy Solutions, First State Bank and Trust, the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission, and Wizard of Paws. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.